I'll do just a quick little Squirrel Ranch update today. Two main things I want to get done is I've got to redo my project list now that I've completed project 695, that Bob Reno wood stove. And I still have to put that that spark arrestor up on top of that smokestack. And also that stack now, it leaned a little bit. It was really windy the other day. So I am in fact going to have to go up there, I think, and maybe put some roof supports. But I'll try adjusting this bracket down here first. Maybe that'll fix it and keep me from having to do that. But anyway, call that one complete. So I want to redo that list. Otherwise, I've got a tendency to get going on 3 or 4 different projects. And by projects, I'm talking about stuff that I don't have to do, but stuff that I want to do, like finishing the smokehouse, finish building that, finishing the relocation of the shooting range and getting a permanent shooting platform built out there. Those would be projects, for example, that I don't have to do them, but things that I'd like to do. And so anyway, and then the day-to-day maintenance stuff, I don't ever make a list of that. I just focus on whatever needs to be done on any given day. One day it might be brush hogging, the other day it might be cutting wood, another day it might be going around the exterior of the shop or the cabin, checking for critters, or there any new little maybe cracks or crevices that are developed where something can get inside the building and that kind of thing. Do I have any bats? Are the brown bats back? Probably more on that later. I fought those bats. Never killed one, but I came close to just giving up on them and deciding to exterminate some of them, which is against the law. But you know, when you've got critters, well, I won't get off on a tangent. That's a whole other story. But in any event, so that's kind of the difference between those two things. Also, I want to run a second test pattern on this drone. So I'm now in the drone business officially out here, and I'm looking forward to being able to show you some aerial views of what's going on out here in the surrounding area, and I'm pretty excited about that. So got a drone, took it over to our grandson's house yesterday, our daughter and son-in-law's house, and with the boys' help, we got it fired up and I got it programmed and gyrated and all the stuff you're supposed to do before you fly it. And it was really windy yesterday, but got it up off the ground, maneuvered around a little bit, and it's going to be fun. It's got a built-in camera. This is not a high-dollar system, but it's got a built-in camera that's supposed to take pretty good pictures, and you can control that camera from down on the ground. Also has a holder or bracket on it that you can put your iPhone on it, so you can take iPhone video, and also you can take still pictures or video with it. So anyway, I'm excited about that. I'm going to test that, and that's really what I hope to accomplish today. Other than that, just hanging out and enjoying the really amazing weather today out here. I shot this, this has now been 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is the end of March, toward the end of March. And eventually I'll get these in a little bit more order. For quite a while there, I was just kind of practicing on putting these videos together and getting them on the channel and so forth. And I've about got that, I don't know about mastered, but got it down where I'm much more efficient doing that. But anyway, I am excited, as I mentioned, about this drone. And did a little research after I shot these, after I did this test on this drone test, and went and read a little bit more on the drone and found out I thought you could you could take your iPhone, download an app to it, and then attach it to the drone. But actually I found out that you attach the iPhone, actually you just put it on the controller for the drone, you download an app, and then you can see what the camera is seeing on your iPhone screen, if I understand that correctly, which that's going to be pretty cool to be able to do that. So I hope this week to be able to get some aerial footage. A couple of videos ago I posted, there was some drone footage, and that actually was done by the Phoenix boys from up outside Kansas City. They were down. That was actually, gosh, that's probably been 3 years or so ago that those lads were out at the cabin with their dad Dave, a friend of mine from like I said, outside Kansas City area. But anyway, I'm going to test that camera this week and hope to start including some pictures from from this darn drone. That thing took off, and I had a flashback back when our son Tyler was about 3.5, 4 years old. I bought him one of those Cox gas-powered helicopters, and we took it out. We lived up around St. Louis at that time, and we took it out to a park and loaded it up and fired it up, and that thing took off and just kept going up and up and up. Got up in the wind stream, I guess, and just headed east, and we just watched it fly over the horizon, and looked down, and he had this look on his face like, you know, what just happened? And so I went back to the store and got him another one, and I thought this time I'll just put less gas in it. So I put just enough gas, I was thinking, to get it up in the air, and it did that, and it went up about 100 feet and ran out of gas, but had enough wind and so forth going, it carried it over into the woods, and that was the last we saw of that one. So anyway, these drones are quite an improvement. You can see there, about ran into the tripod with the phone on it, with the camera on it. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the way this darn thing handles, and hopefully I'll get good enough where I can kind of maneuver down in and around the trees and down in some of these draws, and that'd be kind of cool. But it goes out to like a couple thousand feet, it says, and once I get that app on my iPhone, and I'll be able to see real clearly where it's at. Why, I'm really excited about seeing what it can do. I'm laughing at myself because of all the things I could be doing right now. I'm at her in the middle of nowhere flying. I'm at her in the middle of nowhere flying a drone, which is essentially a toy. I've told my bride many times that we really don't change much as we grow up. I'm still doing the same kind of stuff I did when I was a kid. That old Mike and Steve and Jim and I out there in the old neighborhood we did growing up. Of course, we didn't have anything this fancy, and if they'd had something like that back then, it would have cost $1 million. Instead, you can buy these all day long at Walmart for not a whole lot of money. But it flew amazingly well. The controls are extremely, I'm going to say touchy, precise, probably be more accurate. Really precise controls. It's going to take a while, I can tell, to get good at flying this thing before I stick my iPhone on it. I'll end up losing the drone and an iPhone all in one shot. But amazing. You can see the thing's got a camera. I'm going to assume you can see that. I'm in the light out here. I got to take the little thing off. Yeah, it's got a camera on the front of it that goes up and down. It's got cameras on the bottom of it, so you can, I guess, I'll have to find out. I think those are cameras. Maybe there's a camera on the bottom, and there's lights and all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. And that battery, it comes with 2 batteries. Those, that beeping sound, that slow beep and then that fast beep, that's telling you the battery's running out and you better get it down on the ground. So luckily I was able to get it down, almost didn't. But anyway, I'm really excited about taking some pictures with this once I figure it out. But I appreciate Nicodemus for recommending this. That was a great recommendation. And I've got to figure out how to get that iPhone on there before I get too much better at this, and get some pictures. But yeah, pretty cool, pretty darn cool. Up and down. So I had our 3 grandsons out there, and I turned old Bud loose. Bud loose on it, and he's 7, and he was operating that darn thing better than I was. It's just amazing how quickly kids pick up on stuff and how technologically savvy they are. But I thought, man, I'm gonna let these guys, it's worth the risk that they maybe, send that thing out and never comes back. But it was worth the risk to see them kind of get the hang of it, and I'll teach them how to use that thing, or they'll probably teach me. But again, just the fact that you can take something that doesn't cost a whole lot of money, that has that much technology in it and that much capacity, and you can turn a 7-year-old little guy loose with it, and he can run it around, or she can run it around. It's just amazing to me. So again, it's just a whole new element of fun and potential of just being able to enjoy the outdoors and see some things that, the average person is not going to be able to climb down around in these hills, nor would they want to. And to be able to go down in there and get some pictures and maybe some neat wildlife pictures. I mean, I can see myself, we get a lot of buzzards, a lot of turkey buzzards flying around out here, and I can see sending that thing up and not harassing them, but, getting some fairly up close buzzard eye views of what's going on, and just as an example. But
yeah, they flew that thing around, and old Webby, he wanted to crack at it, and I don't know if I got it on here or not. I guess I didn't, but I'll get him next time. But he got a hold of that thing and flew it pretty well, and Polly Boy, he didn't want anything to do with it. You can see him in the background a little bit back there. He didn't want anything to do with it. But hey, thanks for tuning in. We're going to do our best to continue to keep you posted.